everybody. Look, light. I have light. Yay! It finally dawned on me that since I had no light in the other room, maybe I should change rooms. Maybe I should do my vlogs during the day when there is natural light. See, I'm smart. I went to college and everything. Okay, let's get to it. Stats. On July 6th, 2017, I had gastric bypass surgery, RNY gastric bypass surgery at St. Bernardine's Medical Center in San Bernardino, California with Dr. Fedorka of Kaiser Permanente Medical. My highest recorded weight ever was 365 pounds. My weight the day of surgery was 332.2 pounds. And this is week 22. So and it's my 5-month surgiversary. Yay! 5-month surgiversary. I was telling somebody it seems like I was just getting approved just yesterday, and that was in January, last January. So hooray for 5 months surgiversary to me. Happy surgiversary to me. And anyway, so my last month weight, my 4-month surgiversary weight was 266.4, and today I am 250.4. Isn't it? Do you guys that came from 300 and had been at 300 for a really long time have a hard time with saying 2 instead of 3 when you say your weight? Like you want to say 350.4 and you have to correct yourself? Happens to me all the time. So my 4-month surgiversary weight was 266.4 and today's weight is 250.4. So that is a monthly loss of 16 pounds. 16 pounds. I did 14.8 last month, so it's cool that it actually went up. But I have a story about that, and I'll tell you in a minute. So a monthly loss of 16 pounds, an overall loss from my highest weight of 114.6 pounds, and a loss since surgery of 81.8 pounds. Wow, 81.8 pounds in 5 months. It's pretty rockin'. And the story I have to tell you is that I was getting really backed up. As you weight loss surgery people know all about that. I was getting really backed up, and I drank some Smooth Move tea and had and it was flowing again yesterday all day. So between yesterday and today I lost 4 pounds. 4 pounds of poop. I had been carrying around 4 pounds of poop for like 2 weeks. So I'll take it. I'll take that extra 4 pounds because that put me from 12 to 16. My monthly goal is 12. That's what I always like to meet, and I want to get 12 as many times as long as I can per month. And so I met that and exceeded it, and I'm very, very happy. I hope to meet 12 again this month. I'm a little scared of my, I've got my 6-month appointment on January 3rd, and I'm a little scared because when I went in for my 3-month appointment, I had lost 57 pounds, and she told me, oh, well, you know, in your next 3 months, you should lose another 50 to 60 pounds. And I don't get that, because shouldn't you, in your second 3 months, lose less than you did in your first 3 months? And I think that 12 pounds a month is pretty rockin', so I was thinking like 36 pounds, and it looks like that's pretty much what I'm gonna have lost. You know, if I do 12 this month, that would put me at 148, or I wish, 248.4, which would be, yeah, almost exactly 26 pounds since, God almighty, 36 pounds since I was last there. So, I don't know. I hope, I don't know what I'm expecting them to say, like yell at me, take my surgery away. Like, I don't know. But, you know, if you want to comment on that, like, seriously, is that reasonable to expect 60 more pounds in the second 3 months, especially when you're down below 300? I don't think so. I really don't think so. And I'm eating between 600 and 800 calories a day. After 6 months, I go up to 800 to 1,000 calories a day. But I just, like I said, I think it's unreasonable to expect another 60 pounds in the second 3 months. So when I didn't even meet 60 in my first 3 months, and I'm a good little patient. I am, I swear to God. Okay, so, and my average weekly loss since surgery is 3.74, which is great. It's like 0.04 less than last time, but that's fine. So basically I'm keeping it up. I really like it to be at 3.6 and above, and it was never below 3.6 this whole month, even though I had a couple of weeks of losing less than, or not less, really less than 2 pounds. So I think I had a week where I lost like 6, and then a week where I lost, this week where I lost 4, and then a couple of weeks of losing 2.5. That makes 16, right? 2.5 or 3. I don't know. You do the math. I don't feel like it. Okay, so I had an NSV just this last week. I could cross my legs for the first time ever. Yay, crossing your legs. I'm sitting actually up in a chair. Let me see if I can do it while I'm sitting up in a chair. Oh, I can. See, I thought that it was because I was sitting in like a squishy chair that I could do it. You know, so I was sitting kind of back, and my legs were up high. I can't see my leg. No, can't see my leg. Anyway, and I thought it was because my legs were kind of up higher than my hips, but turns out that when I'm sitting up straight, I can cross them as well. So, and the first time I discovered that was when I was sitting in a folding chair, and I had to adjust my sock, and I just like put my leg up and adjusted my sock, like I've been doing it all my life. And I have never crossed my legs, never. And so that's really exciting. This month, actually, let's see. If I lose 12 more pounds this month, wait a minute. If I lose 12 pounds this month, that puts me at 238, not 248. I don't feel like math. I don't feel like it. I just don't feel like it. So anyway, that was a really cool NSV. And this month actually is the very first month that I have really started to notice changes, like really started to feel thinner. And it's weird that it took 5 months and 114 pounds, almost 115 pounds for me to start feeling it, because, you know, the whole time my clothes are getting looser and everything, but I really started to see it. Like I was wearing this t-shirt that I used to wear when I was at my heaviest, and it's the coolest t-shirt. It costs like $5 at Ross, and it's like a fake like band t-shirt with a little patch up here on the boob and then stuff like tour dates on the back. It's so cute. And I'm normally not into the fake band t-shirts, but it's a good one. It's fake band t-shirt, $5 fake band t-shirts. Go. And I wore it at my heaviest, and it really expanded. But now that I'm a lot smaller, it hugs. It still hugs, like, but it doesn't cling. It just hugs. So that's like a cool shirt because I can still continue to wear it. But I was wearing a hoodie with it that I was wearing at my heaviest, and I can pull it like way out to here, you know, without stretching it at all. And I was looking in the mirror, and it's like, wow, I really kind of look like a regular fat person. I know that sounds awful, but I think you guys know what I mean. There's like fat people, and there's really fat people. In fact, I was with my mom she had to go get a mammogram, and I was with her because I have to push her in a wheelchair this is a big medical center. And I was noticing that I wasn't the fattest person in the room. And like, that's weird because I'm always the fattest person in the room by a lot. And it occurred to me that like, I'm not super fat anymore. I'm just like regular fat at 250 pounds. Like, wild. And yeah, so that was kind of weird. And like I said, I've started to notice changes in my body, and this is a very unflattering light for my face, but I've started to notice changes in my, if I do that, it looks a lot thinner. I've started to notice more changes in my face, and I don't take off my glasses anymore when I look in the mirror. So I used to do that every time I go in the bathroom. I take my glasses off, and it's, you know, psychologically sucky, but I used to do that, and I don't do that anymore. I'm not afraid to look at myself. I still have too much face and too much neck, and I have this wrinkle in my neck that I hate. But what are you gonna do? It is what it is. It's a whole lot less than it was. I have a neck. I should be grateful to have a neck at all, and then just wait for it to go down. I also lost 8 inches this month all over, and it was mostly in my butt, or I say my butt, but I don't know, maybe it was in my belly. It was in my hips and my thighs, and then I lost an inch on each arm, which is weird because I haven't been doing anything to warrant losing an inch in each arm, but yeah, I lost it mostly in my hips. I lost like 3 inches in my hips this month, which is cool. I'm actually changing shapes. That's another fascinating thing. I used to always be bigger on the bottom than on the top. I wore a bigger size on the bottom than I did on the top. Now I'm actually even. My hips are like 51 something, and my bust is like 49 something. And when I wear a bra that like gets the girls like up there, then it's bigger than that. So I'm actually a little bit bigger on the top than I am on the bottom. Oh, and I tried on a pair. I need some new black stretchy pants. Like, what's a girl without black stretchy pants? And the ones I have are all 3X, and they're falling off. Like, they look absolutely, they wouldn't fall off. Like, gravity would not actually pull them down, but they look ridiculous. Like, they're way too long. They look like clown pants. It's just, I put them on this morning because I was gonna just wear them anyway, and they look absolutely ridiculous. So I bought some new ones. They're 2X, and they're too big. They're too big. There's like a little gap in the waist without it being even stretched out. They're too big, and they're too big in the legs. So that's very exciting. So I'm actually going to end up being in a 1X in this particular brand of black stretchy pants. So that must mean I was wearing a pair 22 in slacks, so I probably am now down to a 20, which is awesome. And I know that when I was in the 230s, which isn't that far from where I am, I wore a size 18-20. So I'm probably getting pretty close to there. So let's see what else we have this week. I am having some terrible trouble with meat. I've talked about this before. I have trouble with white meat chicken, but now all meat is really starting to gross me out. Like, just the texture of it. It just, because you know how you have to chew everything for 20 seconds, or that's the bariatric app has you chewing things for 20 seconds. You have to keep it in your mouth a long time. And just the texture, like I had some ham because I thought maybe that would be better, and that was a little bit better, but it's all kind of grossing me out. Like Thanksgiving, I ate the dark meat turkey because I figured if white meat chicken was bugging me, then white meat turkey would probably bug me. So I ate the dark meat turkey, and then it just like I started to think about it, and then it was a little bit pink, and it just was grossing me out. So I've been having to drink a lot of protein shakes, eat yogurt, stuff like that. I'm sort of in, but oddly, I can eat bacon, I can eat sausage, like all the bad meats, all the really fatty meats, lower protein meats, wouldn't you know? So I've been sort of like an erstwhile vegetarian because I kind of have to be, because meat just grosses me out. And then I was eating cottage cheese, and now cottage cheese grosses me out. And I was eating like peanut butter toast, and now peanut butter toast is grossing me out. So I think the moral of that story is that if you eat anything long enough, it's going to start to gross you out. And I don't know what to do about the meat thing. That's just going to have to be what it is until I can start to tolerate it a little bit better. At 6 months, I get to eat steak. So I'll give steak a try, maybe just chew it little teeny tiny bites. But I can't imagine how that would be better than like a white meat bird, you know, because it's just as tough, you know what I mean? Like, it would be just as difficult to digest. So if I try it, I'll have to try just a little teeny bit. I'm looking forward to that though, because one of my family members, we went to a restaurant for Thanksgiving, and one of my family members had steak, and it looked delicious. It looked delicious. Oh, and I can eat hamburger meat, but like I said, the texture kind of grosses me out now. Let's see. Oh, here's a deep thing. Let's get serious. I don't think you guys know, I don't think I've mentioned it before, but I'm a writer. That's what I do for a living. I type. And I'm working on a story right now that is kind of deep and dark, and promise it hasn't gotten there yet, but it will eventually get. I'm writing about, it's a story about a fake psychic and a teen prostitute. They're two females, they're the two main characters. And so obviously, dealing with teen prostitution and sex trafficking, there's going to have to be some really dark stuff in there. And I already wrote one scene that was pretty dark. And some really ugly stuff in there, which is important. It's important to write about those things, especially with the sex trafficking, because I feel like it doesn't get enough attention. And it's a really bad problem in my city. Girls are bussed in here from Mexico, and they're just like 12-year-olds, and then they'll find one of them in a dumpster, and it's just really sad. It's really bad. It's a bad problem here. And so that's why I'm writing. It's set here in my town, and it's about this one. You know, one of the characters is this teen prostitute. So anyway, the thing is that I was writing some of this darker material, and it was getting to me because I have some abuse in my history, and I don't want to go into it all, but it touches on some stuff that I am very familiar with. And so when I wrote it, I immediately wanted to go eat something, like anything. Or actually, not anything. I wanted it something sweet. And I know why. Because, like, you know how you can eat yourself into a coma if you eat enough pasta, if you eat enough carbs? Well, you know, the carb of choice, of course, is sugar. Or, like with me, it was either sugar or pasta. Like, I could just make all this spaghetti or potatoes and just eat and eat and eat and eat until I was in a really good coma and I could zone out. And so I really wanted to do that. Like, I was just sort of pacing around. I was really all churning, all, you know, tumultuous inside. And because I had touched on some stuff inside, which I need, which I'm writing about. This is my story. You know, I'm going to write about it more than once. But it was really getting to me, and I wanted sugar. So I ate an applesauce, and that kind of settled things down. And this applesauce cup is like 50 calories, so it's, you know, it's no big deal. And I'm not doing a low carb thing, so because I heard God Almighty a lot. Because if I wasn't eating any carbs and no meat, I don't know what I eat. I honestly don't know. Cottage cheese, I guess. Plain Greek yogurt. So yeah, that was interesting to me to see. I already knew that I ate for emotional relief, but I haven't done that in so long because I can't. And it's been great. Like, I've been getting all this work done. I was, you know, really kind of blocked in my writing, and my writing was coming out just in little dribbles, and it was really frustrating. And I realized what I was doing was eating myself into a coma every day, and that's why I wasn't getting any work done. And that's why I constantly had fuzzy brain, and I couldn't concentrate on anything, and I was sad all the time. Like, my depression, which, you know, hasn't gone away or anything, but my depression was just out of freaking control. And it was because I was eating myself into a coma every single day. I would get up, have a coffee with International Delight Creamer, which I still dearly love but can't have, and so sugar first thing in the morning, and then I would not eat all day until about 3 o'clock, and then get a big old fast food meal, like a giant hamburger and fried zucchini with ranch and a big Dr. Pepper. Eat all of that, then eat like some kind of dessert, like a churro or cupcake or something, or a whole bunch of cookies. Like, I used to eat Oreos at 9 at a clip, and then like soak them in 2% milk, and like, so they're all mushy, and like, and then eat all of that, and then just and then take a nap and just freaking sleep until, you know, 6 or 7 o'clock the next morning. That used to be my life every single day. And so it's amazing I ever got anything done, honestly. Like, I don't know how I lived, and I was really depressed because I felt like I was wasting my life, which I was. I was wasting my life away with food. And I know that that story is all too familiar to a lot of you. And now, you know, I was just thinking about this today as I was driving home. Well, I don't drive because I'm legally blind, but I was driving home with my mom from a doctor's appointment, and I was thinking she was wanting to go out to lunch, and that's fine. Like, I still love to go out to eat, but I was thinking how food just really isn't a part of my life anymore the way that it used to be. Like, before it would be like, well, the only reason we're going out to this doctor's appointment is so we can go out to lunch afterwards. And it's just not that way anymore. You know, it's like, it's nice, but it's not the whole reason to do things. Or I'm actually going to an amusement park tomorrow, I think, to Knott's Berry Farm. For those of you who know, it was the very first theme park in America. Theme park, not amusement park, theme park. It's cowboy theme. And I'm going to be able to ride most of the rides. So, yay, that'll be exciting. I haven't been to an amusement park since 1999. No. 2000. It was a little after 9/11, so 2000. No? Before 9/11. Still 2000. It was in July of 2000. So over 17 years I haven't been to an amusement park, and I was 265 when I went to that amusement park, and I couldn't fit on one of the rides, and I had to do the walk of shame, and it was awful. and I will never ever go through that again. So there are a couple of roller coasters I'm not even going to try because I would rather not go on them. I mean, I may fit, but I would rather not go on them than have to do the walk of shame. Like, I don't think I'm going to trust all roller coasters until I'm like a size 16, and then I'll know that I can fit on them. But I'm going to be able to go on most of the rides, so that's super cool. And I'm very excited about that. And see, we got away from all the dark stuff, so that was good. But yeah, it was just a reminder. Oh no, that's where I was. Realizing that at the amusement park, it's not going to be all about the food either. Like, it's going to be actually about being at the amusement park. It's not going to be about eating all the sweet treats and stuff. I'll probably have a shake before, and then, you know, I can eat whatever at the, like a hot dog. You would just eat the hot dog out of it or something like that. If my voice is kind of raspy because I don't know if you know it, but all of Southern California is on fire right now. And not all of it, but a lot of it. And yesterday we had a fire about 2 miles from us. I don't know if you heard about it. It was called the Little Mountain Fire. Little Mountain is all around us. There's like bits and pieces of it. It's a little hill. It's actually a hill. And there's bits and pieces of it like in every neighborhood. And it was about 2 miles from me. And the air quality is still pretty bad. So my voice is a little funny today because the air is yucky. And our swimming pool is like, just, it's so disgusting. Like, the water's almost black. But they put out the fire. Like, they're really used to putting out a fire exactly in that spot. So they got it, and it's okay. Like, the news keeps reporting that it's still going, but I don't know what they're talking about because it's completely out. It's like, I live right here, and it's like there's no smoke. It's completely out. So I don't know. Like, the freeway's open. It happened right next to the freeway. The freeway's open. There's a million cars. Like, it's completely out. So if you see anything about the Little Mountain Fire and how it's still going, it's not. Don't worry. It's out. It's out. Anyway, so that was that. I'm happy now. I'm a lot happier than I was when I was eating myself into a food coma. I get to notice all these wonderful changes in my life, and I'm working on fiction again. I've been doing a lot of other work, personal essay, nonfiction, creative nonfiction stuff. And so I'm working on fiction again, which is very cool because I haven't been able to do that in a long time. I haven't had the time or the attention because all my attention was on food. So a very happy thing. Anyway, I think that's it for today. I will hopefully be back with you next week. This is actually a day earlier from my weekly videos, which I do on Thursday because my surgery was on Thursday. But today is my 5-month surgery, so I thought that was a good reason for a video. And anyway, so I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging with me, even though I'm not as regular a blogger as I should be. And this video is longer than 15 minutes. Look at how close I am. It's like 23 minutes. Thank you for putting up with me for 23 minutes. But I think I figured out how to upload videos longer than 15. So fingers crossed. And I'll see you later. Oh, and give it a big like if you like it. Oh wait, I was making thumbs down. Don't do that. Thumbs up. Make a thumbs up, make a like if you like it, and please comment. I love interacting with you guys, and I try to get to everybody's comments. Like there's so many, there's only like 3. So thank you to you 3. I try to get to everybody's comments, and I really appreciate the feedback. So I'll talk to you later. Bye.